What's up, guys? Welcome back to some more ReZero. You know, it's that time of the week again, ReZero Wednesday. So, before I waste any time, I will say this episode was a masterpiece. It's a 10 out of 10, just like always. And yeah, we're just gonna talk about the episode. Talk about how amazing it is. So, fucking episode starts off, right, with, Regulus carrying Amelia, because that was the cliffhanger from last time. And, Regulus is just spouting a bunch of shit like he always does. He's like, why didn't you say your name? I just introduced myself as a Synarch Bishop of Greed and you don't even have the common courtesy to, say your name? That's a violation of my rights, And then Subaru's like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's Subaru Natsuki. And then Regulus is like, good, good. I'm going to be taking Amelia now. But then Sirius notices Regulus and she wants to burn both him and Amelia to ash. But, Subaru is pissed off, right? Because Regulus has just stole his girl. So, but before he can do anything, right, fucking episode switches to Otto. Otto is at the bakery and he's just picking out some treats like the best boy he is. And he's just like walking around the city. But unfortunately for him, because Otto has horrible luck, he ends up encountering the Synarch Bishop of Gluttony, Libad and Kados. And Libad and Kados is fucking smashing a guard's face into the ground. Like one of the Pristella guards, he just grabs him by the face and just slams him into the fucking ground. And I was just like, it's hype as fuck. Because this was the little bastard that stole Rem's memories, by the way. So if Subaru sees this fucker, then he's going to be livid. Because, Lai was the one who stole, Rem's memories away from her and put her in the coma state. So, the scene switches back to fucking, Subaru, Beatrice, Amelia, Regulus, and Sirius. And Regulus and Sirius are continuing to fight and stuff. But then Subaru gets his whip around Regulus's neck. And, him and Betty use a technique where, they create like a shadow and then Subaru aims for Regulus. But of course, Regulus, being the overpowered motherfucker that he is, it doesn't do any damage to him. Then Subaru uses Invisible Providence, punches him in the chin, fucking uppercuts him. That doesn't do, any damage, really. But then, before it can go on, Sirius, because she noticed Subaru use the authority of Sloth, the Invisible Providence, she believes that he's Betelgeuse. Because you gotta remember, Sirius is obsessed with Betelgeuse to the point where she even takes, his fucking last name, basically. So, the bell chimes, so Regulus, starts to walk off because he's like, the time is over. It's school or some shit. It's like the school bell fucking ringing. He's like, break time's over, I gotta go now, see ya. He just, walks off. And then Regulus, before he goes off, he has to rub it in Subaru's face that he has Amelia. So what he does, he's like, you were rude to me earlier, Subaru. So then he kicks, a bit of stone into, Subaru's leg. And it hurts Subaru's leg. Fucking splits it apart. There's, blood everywhere and stuff. And Betty's like, Subaru, trying to, save him. Regulus just smugly walks off with Amelia, the fucking bastard that he is. And then, we had that shit going on. And now the scene completely switches and we're following around Garfiel and Mimi. So Garfiel and Mimi are walking around the city, and they decide to drop in on Garfiel's mother because remember, Garfiel stumbled across his mother in Pristella. Now, to Garfield, this came as a shock because, Garfield believed his mother was dead, but, due to a landslide story. But no, apparently she's still alive and she's in Pristella, and he has two new siblings because of it. And yeah, they have a meet and greet and stuff. Mimi's, cheerful as always. And then, after they meet up, Garfield and Mimi, they walk away, but the husband of Garfield's mother, comes and he's like, thank you for saving, my kids. Because remember in episode 1, Garfield saved them from being crushed by that boat. So he's really grateful for that, and he's like, what do you know about my wife? And Garfield's like, I don't know. It's just like really sad. And then, you know, the husband tells like the landslide story and how she lost her memories and stuff. So once Garfield and Mimi, you know, go away, Garfield and, you know, Mimi have like a cute, you know, scene on like the rooftop of a building. You know, the scene here is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. The lighting, just everything about it, the music. I believe it's the Wish for the Stars music. Oh, it's so beautiful. And Mimi's like, I'm in love with you, Garfield. And it's just like, you made my heart melt, okay? Because Garfield is like such a tough boy. But like when he gets emotional, it's so cute. Like, oh my god. Like he was bawling his eyes out because he thought his mother like forgot him and stuff. And then Mimi was like, I'm going to be there for you. And then, you know, she hugged him like his mother did when he was a little boy. So that was a really beautiful scene. Probably the highlight of this episode, for sure. Now, after this beautiful scene, you know, it switches back to Subaru. You know, Subaru wakes up in the bed, and he's face to face with Aldebaran, who's, you know, Aldebaran is there with Ferris, or Felix, and they're just in like this little bunker. Betty's asleep because she's drained out of mana, so they have to get more mana for Betty. And Subaru's like, I've got to go and get Amelia right now. And then Felix is like, you're really gonna fight greed and save Amelia in that state? Like, goddamn, Subaru's hasty. And then he pokes Subaru, which is cute, because I want, you know, Felix to fucking poke me. I mean, who doesn't get turned on by Felix pokes? So yeah, they have a quick chat, and then Subaru gets called to, you know, the meeting, basically. They're having a meeting in one of the buildings, like Anastasia, Krush, Wilhelm, etc. And they're talking about how they're going to capture, you know, like the witch cult, or fend off, you know, the witch cult from the city of Pristella. Because a new character, fucking Mommy Capella, oh, the most hentai character in the series, by the way, she appeared, right, on the loudspeaker, declaring herself. And we saw her fangs. Oh my god, it's so fucking hot. I wanted to fucking bite me. I want to sink her teeth into me like some kind of vampire. Oh my god, she's so fucking hot. You know, she wants to turn everyone to like meat bags and flies. Oh my god. Capella. Ah. Apparently next episode we're gonna get so much more Capella. It's just gonna be so fucking peak. So yeah, they're in this meeting and they're just trying to find out how to, you know, save the city. And then it just cuts back to Garfield and, you know, Mimi again. And, you know, Garfield's mother, like, approaches him, and she's like, oh my god, my kids are missing, and the Archbishop of Lust is just, you know, gone over the loudspeaker, so, you know, the whole city's in danger now. And Garfield's like, I'm gonna find them, I'm gonna find, you know, my family and stuff, and it was just so sweet. Okay, Garfield is, like, one of the best male characters in the series, hands down, honest to god. And, yeah, before I forget, the reason why, you know, Anastasia theorizes, you know, the hip queen herself, she theorizes the reason why the witch cult are in Pristella is because they're trying to find the witch's remains. And if you've read, like, the novels and side stories and stuff, you'll know which witch it is. But they didn't reveal, like, anything this episode. So, yeah, you know, the intro played, the intro was fire as always, reweave, peak. But, yeah, there wasn't too much for me else to say about this episode. God, I can't even fucking talk, okay? But, like, you know, it was peak as always. You know, the Garfield and Mimi scenes were peak. You know, we got to see Regulus and Sirius, you know, fighting, which was funny. And, yeah, you know, it was a peak episode, and I can't wait for next week, guys, okay? The weeks, you know, the days between each ReZero episode are just crazy, you know? It's so painful. But when Wednesday finally rolls around and we get to see the ReZero episode, you know, I'm just, mwah. Okay, I'm in love, okay? We got to see Mommy Capella. Mommy Capella was obviously the highlight, okay? God, she could dominate me any day of the week.